Hey, what's up? This is Bobby Washington, and I am a successful independent musician or recording artist, however you want to call it. My genre of music is R&B soul music, and it doesn't really matter what genre you're in to be successful doing what I do. I said to myself, if I could reach number one on the Billboard charts in any way, then I would do a course to help other artists do the same thing, become a successful independent recording artist. Many of you artists are definitely struggling, not with the production aspect, not with getting your CDs manufactured and mixtapes done, but the problem you're facing is, how do I sell this? How do I get people to buy my music? How do I get people to take me more seriously? Well, in my course, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to go through different strategies that I created myself. Well, maybe I shouldn't say I created them myself, because there's nothing new under the sun, but I definitely got to give my credit to the Most High, Jesus Christ. He's who I believe in. So I have to give him all the credit for giving me, number one, the strength and the knowledge and the how can I say, the fearlessness to do what I do, because what I do, a lot of people are afraid to do. A lot of people are afraid to really go out there and grind for themselves. But I'm going to show you, if you really give me a minute, give me an opportunity, I'm going to show you that this can work for you. I'm using myself as a testimony. I have several other people I can use for testimonies. I'm going to say their names. I didn't physically get any testimonies from them, because I feel sometimes it's better to show or lead by example. Because some people will say, well, maybe he's just trying to make money off selling a course, but this ain't gonna work for him. That's why he's doing this. Well, I have people that I did help over the years. Since 1998, I've been an independent sales artist. Till now, I'm still doing it. 18 years later, I'm still independent, not seeking a record deal. The only record deal that I sought after was in '94, which I got with a company called Upfront Records. It was an independent label based out of Miami, Florida. And I got off the contract in '96, went to work as a security guard, made peanuts there. In '98, I decided to leave that job because I was making peanuts. I was making, at first, $12 an hour, then they cut me from 12 to $7.50 without even my knowledge. It reflected on my check. And when I got that news, I was in tears, grown man crying, basically. And I had no car. I was with my girlfriend at the time, so I had no way of driving myself around. And I just felt helpless. I felt hopeless and helpless at the time. But I did have something. I had some CDs in the back of my girlfriend's car that I would promote. I would actually give out, sometimes for free back then. But something told me, you know what? Let me not give away for free this time. Let me try to do something different. Let me do what MC Hammer did. Let me do what Master P did. Like I said, nothing's new under the sun. Let me do what Too Short did. Let me do what E40 did. But I'm gonna do it from an R&B standpoint. So like I said, nothing's new under the sun. It has been done before. But I've taken it and I've made it my own, and I've added more to it. I brought it online as well. So not only do I do street sales, but I also do online sales very effectively as well. I engage fans. I teach you how to build a fan base in this course. First of all, the name of the course is called DoItYourselfMusic.com. But this will work for anything. It'll work for filmmakers. It'll work for book authors. Whatever you have to sell, I can show you how to go ahead and get that thing out there. All right? So people who I've helped Anthony Polite. He's a gospel recording artist. He's also an R&B recording artist. He's going on, I believe, 8 to 9 years of independently selling his own music. You can check him out on Facebook. Anthony Polite is spelled ANTHONYPOLITE. You'll see if you contact him and ask him, did you learn anything from Bobby Washington? He got to tell you, yeah. Even if he's mad at me right now, it doesn't matter. He can tell you, yeah. Sometimes friends, we go through it. Sometimes we mad. Sometimes we happy with each other. But we like brothers, and that's what it is. Cappy, K-Y-A-P-I, Cappy. He's a Jamaican a reggae artist. He's been selling his own album for over about 10 years as well. And I taught him how to do the same thing. I taught my wife, Cindy J. You know, she's been doing, you can see clips of her live on YouTube selling her music. You can see pictures of her fans selling her CD on her Facebook page. You can talk to her personally. I've helped a guy named D Diamond, who was a rapper back in Miami. I've helped a whole lot of people. A guy named Bloody Phil. We call him Fam. He's a rapper as well. So many artists, man, have seen what I've been doing. Gary Wright, he's got an artist right now that he's producing and promoting. He's learned a whole lot from me. He's even called me his mentor. You can look him up. Gary Wright is GaryWright. Like I said, you can look these people up, and I'm sure more people will come out the woodwork once they see this course, and they will start commenting and saying, you know, hey, Bobby, I knew you can do it and stuff like that, and thanks for teaching, because I've shown over the past 18 years, you can imagine the people I encountered meeting on the streets, you know, of Miami, New York, Atlanta. I've traveled selling my own music from the trunk of my car, literally. Now, some of these cats who you heard of in the past said they did it, you know, from the trunk, but sometimes they don't really mean it from the trunk. They mean they did it with mom and pop stores, meaning they took the music from their trunk right into a store, and the store did the grinding for them, and they paid for some airtime on a smaller scale than a major label. I don't consider that to be really from the trunk, although I do admire it. They did get their hustle on. Maybe they, you know, sold something else in the street. I'm not going to say what it is, but maybe they did that and they put their money to good use. I commend that. I salute that. My thing is, I really did it organically. I sold my CD hand-to-hand combat. Okay, every now and then I would employ a girl or two to try to come out there and sell this thing with me. Sometimes a girl lasted for a month, sometimes she lasted a week, because sometimes people don't have it in them, in their nature, to go out there and do this like a beast like I do. But I try to break down that fear, man, and like I said, my wife, she's still doing it. After 12 years, she's still doing it by herself. She go out there and sell her own album. You know, she come online, market her own album. My boy Anthony, but like I told you, he's still doing it as well. So some people can do this. I'm not saying this is a one pill fix everything, one push button, get rich overnight. No, this thing takes a whole lot of work, and you got to put it in. So I don't suggest you buy this course unless you're going to put work into this course. All right, because do-it-yourself music is just that. You're going to be doing everything yourself. If you want to get to where I'm at, and like I said, right now I'm on a hot sales single charts, and I told myself I would not do a course until I reach #1. All right, I've been on this thing for 3 weeks, and I'm going to show you how you can find it, just so you can know this is not Photoshop, okay? I'm going to go ahead and Google, press Google, right? Everybody got Google. And I'm going to just copy and paste in hot sales single Billboard charts, because I already been there. I'm going to click it, all right? You're going to see it's the top one at the top. You're going to click the top one at the top, okay? And you're going to see right here on this date, November 12th, 2016, Bobby Washington, XXX, which is me, and I'm going to open up a different website so you can see that that's my song, okay? Let's see, Bobby Washington, BobbyWashington.bandcamp.com, alright, bandcamp.com, okay, and you're going to see that this is my new album, Boo, but we're going to go to the album that's charted right now, and this is Qualified. Now the thing is, I choose what single that I want to push, okay? I do want to give a shout out to the guy who produced this song. I normally produce my own music, but in this album I got a couple producers like Steve Ivory and my boy Seven. Seven did the track XXX, which is number 2 on this album right here. Is my Qualified album, and as you can see here, Qualified, you know, XXX is this right here, okay? What you can do is, once you come to this site here, you're going to see that I'm at the top. Now, in order for you to see the rest of the charts, you have to log in. So last week, and to go back, let me show you, to go back, in case you're in the future right now, in case you're in 2017 or 18, or in case you're in December and not November, you would have to press the back arrow to come back to this date to see me, of course, at the top, because every week is a new person charting. Hopefully, I'll be there as well. It takes a lot of work. I'm going to fight to be there, okay? But let's go backwards here. If I go back to last week, you're going to see that I'm not #1. I'm number 5, so you don't see it. So in order for you to see it, you have to subscribe to Billboard. I'm not affiliated with Billboard. Billboard magazine been around before I was born. But they do have online access now. You don't have to get a magazine anymore. And to get an online subscription, I paid $9 to do it because I wanted to see myself on the charts, and I wanted to be able to show it. So basically, what I did, I went ahead and paid for a subscription. Now I'm inside here. Okay, I'm inside here, and I'm going to show you, alright, that I'm number 5 on the charts here. Okay, alright, so I'm number 5 here, and if I go back further, that's number 5. If I go back further, I believe it's the 29th of October, it's going to show you. Yep, October 29th, I'm actually number 9. So I started from number 9, and now I'm number 1. Okay, so let's go back into the future. Okay, and the good thing about me waiting until now is the fact that even if I was logged out, you know, like you guys don't have a subscription, you will still see me now because I'm number 1, because they showed up the top 3. Okay, so this is one of my most strongest accolades by being an independent artist. I have many more. Okay, many more. The second accolade I have is the fact that being an independent artist full-time, working this as a 9 to 5, I haven't had a job since '98. So that means I get to work my own hours, do what I want to do, you know, chill with the family if I want to chill with the family. I was able to purchase my own film equipment, which end up allowing myself and my wife to direct and star in our own films. We have 3 films under our belt. 2 are completed. 1 is actually in the can editing right now. And I'm going to show you a headline over on Google again. This is a paper write-up. Let me show you something. This is the headline. Couple parlays. Just put in couple parlays Lakeland. Alright, and you can see the Lakeland Ledger in 2014 put us on the front cover. And this is us. Alright? This is us. Right here. This is us. And you can tell how much I like this shirt. I actually wore this shirt in the same thing. Is that ironic, or is that just meant to be? I don't know. But I had curls in, so you can see it's a different time. I got short hair now. You know, I cut it in. I got the low boy. So I had high top then, so you know it's a different time period. But I guess I love this shirt. I don't wear it every day. Don't get me wrong. I do take baths. Okay, it's just a luck of the draw. But basically, couple parlays themselves. They put me in the, on the front page, you know, of this thing, and they even gave us a front cover. I'm gonna actually walk you guys over to our picture here on the wall. Hopefully, you guys can see that. I even got a plaque. With the plaque, and if you see in our hands, we're holding cameras. We're holding the C300 to C100. If you look those cameras up, those cameras are not cheap. Those cameras cost me, one of them is $16,000, one cost me $8,000 brand new when it came out. That was in 2014. Of course, now cameras depreciate, so now it may be worth $10,000. Still up there, you know. But I wouldn't be able, let me come back, without being an independent artist. A 9 to 5 would not allow me to purchase a camera of that magnitude. And right now I have about 7 cameras. Okay, at one point I had 12 cameras, but I got rid of some cameras because I had just too many. But I have about 6 now. I have the 5D Mark III. I have a Blackmagic Pocket. I used to have 2 of them. Got rid of one of those. And I'm not bragging. I'm just showing you that the stuff that I was able to achieve. And it's for a goal. I didn't just buy the cameras to buy them. I actually bought them to do my own music videos, which I do quite a bit. I got about 20-some videos, which most independent artists may have 1 or 2. So I'm right up there with R. Kelly and these guys. I'm making as many videos as these guys making. Great video quality. I got drones. I got 2 drones. I have a Roland, what is this, a Roland, let me show you the Roland real quick. Hold on one second here. This is my Roland. Let me take you in the closet with me. This is my Roland. This right here allows me, and I got the 5D Mark III on the end of it here. This is the 5D I told you about. Right here. Okay. This thing lets you run around and chase people without the camera shaking. Okay. So that's what Hollywood uses, and that's what Bobby Washington uses, because, you know, I'm on that level. I'm a successful independent artist. I'm not signed to a major label. I don't have any desire to be signed to a major label. If a major label wants to do a distribution where they're gonna partner up and they pay, you know, 50% of the money towards my marketing, of course I'm not a fool. I would go with that. But right now I'm paying for everything in my pocket, and I'm paying for it because I'm able to go out there and make money from my music. So I take the sales and reinvest into myself. And that's what this course is about. I show you how to do that. I show you how to get your stuff recorded if you don't know how already. I show you how to get it manufactured. I show you how to get your fan base up to a high level, both online and offline, which is the critical thing, because as you probably know, you don't need 1 million fans, okay? You really just need about 10,000 fans, you know, really. Actually 5,000. 5,000 would do, because at 5,000 at $10 a head, that's if you do an album a year at least, you're talking about $50,000 a year. 10 bucks a piece times 5,000 is 50 grand a year. If you got 10,000 fans, now you done double that. It's $100,000 a year. And we're not talking about merchandise. We're not talking about the hats, the shirts yet. We ain't bringing the cups. We haven't talked about doing shows and stuff like that. There's more money to be made as an independent artist besides just one album. We're not talking about extra singles you may drop in between albums, which is going to bring you $2 or whatever you charge per single. I charge $1.99 for my singles. But you know, you're talking about $1.99 times 10,000 or 5,000. Again, that's more revenue that just constantly keeps coming. And with the internet, you're able to reach out to different countries now, and that's where I'm really starting to see a whole lot, man. Movement through my overseas market as well as my United States market, because of Facebook, because of Twitter, because of all of these social networks. Okay, now what made me want to become an independent artist? I'm going to actually leave that for the next segment, because I don't want this to be too long. I'm going to give you all of that information, what made me want to become an independent artist in the first place, you know, and not really pursue a major label. I'm going to show you so many more things, how to, like I said before, build your social presence up, tell you which media platforms that I use, or social media platforms that I use, how to keep your fans engaged. I'm going to teach you that. I'm going to show you how to automate a lot of this stuff where you don't have to physically do some of the work, but it'll be automated done for you. So when you're out doing other things with your music, the internet is taking care of itself. I'm going to show you different ways of just of marketing, you know, strategies. Show you how to be more personable, teach you about personability, and how you should engage with different people. I'm going to show you, you know, if you want to be a performer, things to watch out for. You know, I'm going to show you exactly, you know, when to perform or not to perform. You know, because some people think a lot of exposure is good, and sometimes too much exposure can be bad. I'm going to tell you why in this course, and just tell you the pitfalls, man, to watch out for. Things that I've learned in the past 18 years of doing this. You can learn from my mistakes, and actually you can gain from my gains. You can win. By getting this course, you can just become a winner, because I'm already winning. Now, if you see that I'm speaking with the arms and the stuff like that, it's because this is not scripted. I stay away from scripted stuff, because scripted stuff to me is a bunch of buffoonery, and it's a bunch of lies, a way to get your money in their pocket. Some of you will see it as unprofessional, the way I'm speaking, the way I'm dressed. You know, some of you will see it as the brother just being himself, the brother just being real, and he's showing his experience, and that's the truth, you know. And I can't sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna script none of this. All the models I do is gonna come straight from the dome, the dome piece. That's my brain. I'm gonna actually tell you what I know, because this is what I do every day. I don't have to write it down. Okay. If you was in front of me, I can tell you the same thing. So basically, this is like you being in front of me, but you're gonna be watching me through a video, showing you exactly what I do step by step. With that being said, I want to see you guys on the inside of this course. If you really want to be successful, I don't discourage anybody from trying to get a major record deal if that's what you want, but know what you're getting into. It has its pros and it has its cons. The pros in being in a major label, of course, is the engine to get you out there fast and get you exposure. The cons is the money. All right, everybody got their hands in your pockets. You making the least. Distributors, they're making 22%. The retail stores making 30% of your money. The record label making 30%. You get about 4.6. The producers getting about 2.2%, and I believe the writer gets about 5%. So you make almost the least amount of money being an artist, and that means plus you have to, and that little bit of money that you get, you got to pay all that money back to the record label for paying for radio time, for paying for promotions, videos, whatever they do, man. I don't care if you bought a cheeseburger, they want that back. I'm not discouraging people who really want that. Go ahead and do your thing. But if people that see this as this is not a magical bean, and people look at Hollywood as magic and all that, and I don't want to be in the witchery. I don't want to be a part of the magic. You know, if I get a distribution deal, they gotta come to my terms and my level. If not, I'm good on my own because I'm making a Billboard charts. I'm making money on my own. You know, the only thing you won't see me at probably is on the red carpet at the BET Awards. But I really don't care because my fans show me how much they appreciate me every day. So that's what it is, you know what I mean? So definitely, this is Bobby Washington. Check out the course, man, and I'll see you guys on the inside. Peace.